Good morning, everybody. Hello, One Young World. It's so good to be back and to be here in Ottawa. It's my pleasure to be here as a councillor for the third year, and I've been asked to share my views on a subject that is really close to my heart, and that's the importance of young people in driving societal, business, and economic growth and change, and also the role of technology in enabling that change. As the former CEO of Telefonica, it's an area that I've been involved in for many years, and I want to acknowledge that there is a responsibility that business and political leaders have in supporting brilliant young people, not only into employment, but to harness the creativity, passion, and native skills that you all have to ensure we tackle youth unemployment for the long term. Success for our society is very clear to me. It's about matching talent to opportunity. Until last month, I was part of the Telefonica family and a proud partner of One Young World. As I served 8-year tenure as the CEO of that business, I had the opportunity to witness a new dawning of a new age, a digital revolution. But it's not simply about the technology, it's about bringing to life the possibilities of that technology. But we also have to recognize that there is much still to do. It may not have escaped your attention, but in this changing world, there are now more people who have access to a mobile phone than have access to drinking water, electricity, or a toothbrush. That's 4.2 billion people who are connected, a number that's only set to increase. In the UK alone, it's predicted that there will be a staggering 615 million connected devices by 2019, and that's up from a mere 318 million in 2015, just demonstrating that the pace of change is accelerating. And these trends have become evident across all areas of our increasingly digital society. It's not just the technological changes, but the effects the way individuals behave, and hence how businesses and society works. And that's the context for our conversation this morning. We're seeing a fundamental shift in the balance of the relationship between businesses and their customers, and between governments and their citizens. Power is being put back into the hands of the individual by the democratization of access to information. In short, the possibilities of technology rather than technology itself is what will reshape our lives. And that revolution has been proven to be positive in its economic effect. Recent reports estimate that 10% increase in digitization of the global economy would increase GDP per capita growth rates by 40%. Just imagine the impact that that could have across our globe. It's an opportunity we can ill afford to miss. Telefonica recently undertook the most comprehensive research on global digital life ever developed. The results were published in the summer after a year of working alongside world-leading academics. And the new index challenges the rudimentary way that the digital economy is currently measured by taking a more holistic view of the different socioeconomic components that combine to establish digital life within an economy. As a result, this comprehensive index uniquely takes into account 3 components of digital confidence, openness, and entrepreneurship. And it found, interestingly, that if the world is to fully capitalize on the burgeoning opportunity for the economy, then we can't simply rely on building digital infrastructure. It's access and enablement that matters, and this is where all of you in the room can make a difference. The Telefonica Index on Digital Life revealed that bottlenecks exist in the global landscape, obstructing certain countries' ability to achieve a successful digital ecosystem on behalf of their citizens. And those bottlenecks are factors such as digital literacy, a country's freedom to innovate, and the extent to which citizens engage with and trust the digital world. Those of you who heard me speak last year made a passionate plea to all of you about the fact that people do business with brands they trust. So as well as those of you who are involved in big business, every one of you can have an impact on business by where you choose to spend and how you choose to engage. And that is the power of the behavioral change of millennials. Put simply, we have to focus on the development of the world's digital skills. We have to invest in giving people the confidence and skills to use the technology we have worked so hard to build, as failure to do so will render it utterly useless. The good news is that all of you in this room, today's young people, are the first generation that have grown up with the internet. You were born as digital natives. As we recognize at One Young World, our young people are brilliant, brave, ambitious, and possess those native digital talents that we need to nurture. What may take my generation months or even years to learn, even to a basic level, is innate and instinctive to all of you, the millennial generation. And we also know from the global survey of the millennial generation we undertook a few years ago that young people are willing to work hard to create a better society. The single biggest outtake from that survey is that young people believe in doing well and doing good and see no conflict between the two. And that's an enormous opportunity for our society. But the simple fact is that business must do more to engage young people. Current political, economic, and social challenges the world over pose huge risks to young people and to their future prospects. In many cases, there's real danger that young people become disempowered, disconnected, disenfranchised. If you look at some of the challenges we see in Europe, even today, with a number of years of economic recovery, youth unemployment is still a scourge. Almost half of the population of young people in Greece and Spain are faced with the bleak future without meaningful career prospects, and that is simply unacceptable. Events like One Young World remind me of the wealth of innovative, creative young people who are passionate about making a difference to the world we live in. It's that native talent that we need to discuss today to harness to ensure that every business in the globe is creating the opportunity, not just for our young people in unemployment, but by empowering all of you in changing the society in which we work and live. In the UK alone, there's an opportunity for an additional 2.3 million digitally skilled workers by 2020. And we all have to contribute to that. Telefonica's own graduate apprenticeship and internship scheme is a global program which sees young people experience the world of work across the world, leading to mutual and chosen benefits. But it's important to recognize that business and even government just can't do this all on our own. We need to take a collaborative approach to make sure we stay ahead in this digital curve. I'm enormously encouraged by the progress that's been made over the last few years to tackle elements of youth unemployment and support young people to make a real impact on the global economy. What we need to do now is ensure that as these economies recover, we don't lose that focus. And our focus today will be how we make sure that business continues to drive that change for good. Our millennials are uniquely positioned to propel this global economy forward, but they will need our help to succeed. We need all businesses, big and small, to play a role in mobilizing all young people to embrace technology for their future success, whether through offering new opportunities or better showcasing existing ones. So I would come to a conclusion by talking to you as delegates of One Young World and saying, I ask you to challenge us, the leaders of business today. I ask you to share some of the amazing things that you are doing and provide inspiration and ideas about how we can secure a digital legacy to be proud of. And I encourage you to be open to learning from some of the great business leaders that are in this room, some of the minds that are here and available to you, because it's together we will achieve so much. This week we have the opportunity to celebrate young people like you and the roles you play. I want us together to explore how we can use this power of business and digitization as a force for good. I've had the opportunity myself to embark on a new global adventure. I hope to work alongside in my new business in Verizon Wireless some inspiring young minds, some of whom I'm delighted to say are in the room today. And I hope to continue the work that we, as One Young World global community, have been building together to secure a better future for the next generation. As we always say, you're not tomorrow's leaders, you are today's. Thank you.